Welcome to our second group discussion. We are so happy that you have confirmed your attendance for our second group discussion. We appreciate it a lot. And most importantly, your responses from the first time that we met is consistent, and that is one thing that we wanted to appreciate from you. And most importantly, we have also learned a lot of things during our discussion and question and answer activities throughout the past activities. So for now, we are already on our second group discussion for this day, and it is a reflection of what we have learned during the webinar that we had given by Dr. Renata. And as always, for our group, we're always going to start it with an icebreaker. So for today, our activity is very simple. I want you to give me the song, basing it from the photo that I will be showing. Okay, so it's a combination of visual learning and remembering what are these songs that we have heard for the past years. Okay, so here's an example. Let me have it. Wait. Before we start, can you see my PowerPoint? Okay, great. So for example, this one. What is this song? Looking at the photo, what do you think is this song? A very famous song. You can type it in our group chat if you know this song. Okay. Remember the song, okay? The song. What is this song? Okay, so everybody got the correct answer. This is Let It Go, right? So that is the simple game that we're going to have. Interpret the picture by identifying what song is this one. Next one. What is this song all about? A very lively music by Shakira. What do you think is this one? Okay, so we already have two correct answers. This is Waka Waka or It's Time for Africa. There. Next one. What is this one? It's from a famous band that is known in the year 90s. What is this one? We Are the Champion. Other songs aside from We Are the Champion? Any other guess? Okay, I got one correct answer. So this song is Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes. By what's the name of the band again? It's Queen, right? Yeah. Next one. Of course. A never an all-time favorite song from the movie Titanic. There. Okay, so the movie is Titanic, but what is the song, Tugi? There. Okay, so we already have three people who got it right. The title of the song is My Heart Will Go On. So one of the all-time favorite song every time we go to a video or karaoke shop where a lot of people love singing this one. So the title of the song is My Heart Will Go On. Next one. How about this one? It's all about the song of friendship. And this movie is Toy Story. So what is the theme song of this movie? Okay. So we can see a lot of you are so interested with this music. So the title is You've Got a Friend in Me. There. And the next one. Who is this guy and what is his famous song?
Same that. What is this, John Lennon?
Okay. So Pray, you got the correct answer. The title of the song is Imagine. There. And next one. Of course, Michael Jackson. What is this song? Wow, Hans is so fast. Hans got it right. It's Thriller, okay, which is usually played every Halloween. There. And then, this one. What is the theme song of this famous cartoon movie, The Lion King? Wow, okay. Justin got it right. The correct answer is Circle of Life.
पंकज चलूया
And the next one.
माझी मीटिंग चालू आहे ही मी खाली जाऊन परत जॉईन करत पर्यंत सगळं गडबड होणार आहे माझं.
Okay, next one. What is this song all about? From the movie Armageddon.
Armageddon. Armageddon. माझं मीटिंग चालू आहे.
This song is very good. I don't want to miss a thing. So, looking at it, the similarities of what we have learned during the past webinar is that um, just like music and movies, in the field of teaching, we also have our own dramas and confessions. So, I will be giving you a very simple activity or a very simple survey that you need to accomplish. I want you to determine or reflect what are your confessions regarding gender bias. So, I want you to go to this link and share me what are the experiences that you had when it comes to the concept of gender bias. So I'm pretty sure at some point in our teaching career, we have experienced some sort of gender bias when it comes to the things that we're interacting with students. Um, I will be sharing the link in our group chat so that you can easily access it. So I will just be requesting you to write one sentence that talks about your confessions about your gender bias in your own classrooms.
रख देते हैं.
Sure.
मेरी मीटिंग है. तर काय चाललंय? अजून काही राहिलंय का? माझं नाही ना. एनिवे उद्या मी येते. हे कुणाचं राहिलंय? आठ ठेवायला लागेल. कोणतरी ते पेपर काहीतरी विसरून गेलंय.
So I will be waiting
What is it?
about your experience on gender bias.
Is it yours?
No. Here.
आठ ठेवून दे कोणाचं. No, it's okay. I got it. Actually, one whole bundle was missing. So I just wanted to see if it has got mixed up or what. So I got it back. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I do believe that there are some people who are not on mute. Would you please make sure that you're on mute if you do have your private discussions still going on? That would be lovely. Otherwise, it will be all recorded.
Yeah. So looking at your answers right now, I can already see two confessions. There is one who said girls have better handwriting, which is, I guess, some people are also amenable with this one here. And then sometimes I am not careful with the language that I use in my classroom, actually. Yeah. Boys are good with computers. Here. So do we have any other confessions about the gender bias classrooms that we have encountered in our teaching career? So we already have 4 answers here. Boys are better in maths and science. And someone said, boys are good in math and then that girls are better in English. Okay, Bushra said in our group chat that girls are organized. Someone also said boys and girls are grouped separately. 2 more minutes for this part. So we already have 7 confessions. Oh, okay. Women make better teachers than men. Girls are more concentrating. Okay, last 1 more minute to accept responses about your own confessions when it comes to your personal gender bias inside the classroom. Boys are bad at cooking. Oh, yeah. I've heard this one several times also when I was still a student. Girls are better in paperworks. There. Okay, this one. Sometimes there were also some expressions that we use that that labels girls from boys as well. Girls are more hardworking in doing homework. Last 10 seconds for sharing your own confessions regarding gender bias. Okay, and time's up. So thank you for your responses. So as we can see, which is the main focus of our second group discussion for today, we're going to reflect on our experiences when it comes to the gender bias that are unnoticed. And then at the same time, we're going to look on the perspective of students regarding those different gender bias things that we have done inside the classroom. And I hope that we will be having more discussion about this one because you will be grouped later on for the activity that we will be doing. And Renata will be discussing more about it. So Renata?
Good day from Germany as well. I will give you a very short insight what this group discussion is about today, actually. And thank you so much for all your pieces of experience, your bias. It's really just a personal thing that I would love to stress at this stage. One of the things, or one of you wrote down, sometimes I group boys and girls separately. Now I feel a bit responsible for this sentence because of my webinar last week. And I would like to stress that there are times where it's absolutely sensible and you do have very good reasons to do so. So please go on reflecting upon whether it's necessary or not, or whether it's very good for this specific task to group them separately. You might have very, very important reasons for doing so. So that's it before we go on. Now, as Fernando said, we would like to build up on what we've already did here in this project. So we started off with your experience, with how you perceive reality when it comes to gender in schools, in classrooms, and then last time I tried to give you a bit of a theoretical background and to show you how it actually works in schools when there is need of talking, okay, what should we do differently or maybe a bit better when it comes to gender equality? So I listed all those crimes with maybe some funny examples, maybe some of them were less funny, but this is what I could hear on a regular basis. And now what we would like to show you today are actually teaching units, very short ones, that you observe them with your gender spectacles on, using your experience, your idea of a perfect classroom, and also a bit of the theoretical background that you got last time. Maria, who unfortunately cannot be with us today, was so kind as to load up 2 videos for you on our twin space. So Fernando will show you the twin space in a second, right? And we will, or Fernando will do that for us. He will group you in 4 different groups. There are 2 different videos. One video is a very short idea of a math lesson, and the other video is a very short idea of a language lesson with quite little kids. And what you also do have is all the list of the what I called crimes that we commit when it comes to dramatizing gender. And what we would like to ask you to do is to have a look at these videos. They're only 5 minutes long, so you will not get the whole bit, the whole lesson, but you only will get an idea how the teacher are dealing with the kids. And you will observe this one with your gender spectacles on, so to say, and you figure out, so what's real great. So how is the gender bit embedded in a very, very great way? It means how does the teacher talk to the kids, or what material is being used? How do the kids interact with each other? How is one specific gender very prominent in a tricky situation? So like maybe girls in a math classroom, but also if we switch perspectives, what would the kids say? Do they feel acknowledged, or do they feel that their work is being acknowledged? Do they really feel like little persons where they can take their choices according to their individual needs, not according to their genders? And then maybe you do have a piece of advice, or maybe you simply say, wow, that was perfect. That's what I would like to take with me into my classroom. Now, as you can see, as Fernando shows you, you do have access to a PDF document with the list. This does not mean that you have to tick it off and say, okay, we saw this and this and this. It's just, you know, if you want to have a look again, if you want to have a reminder, feel free. Otherwise, it's about starting a conversation with each other. What do you see? What do you like about the lesson when it comes to gender? Or what would you have done differently and why? And specifically, what would the children say? Are they happy? Are they not? And do they get the space to develop individually? Do you have questions about the task and how you will proceed in your group discussion?
Yeah, so you have to check on the twin space, and we are now on the second activity, the peer-to-peer group discussion. So later on, I will be grouping you into 4 groups. And then if you are assigned to group 1, just click the link in our twin space and it will bring you in this part where you are going to observe the video, and then there are guide questions below it. And then one member from the group will be writing or encoding all the discussion that you had. And then after 20 minutes, you will be sharing it in our group once we're done with the 20 minutes. And then it's either one person will be giving an overview, just a short one, on what you have talked about regarding the video that were assigned to you. So for group 1 and group 2, you will be assigned with same video. And then group 3 and group 4 will be assigned with the same video as well. So before I will be moving you to your breakout rooms, do you have any questions?
We should stress that today we really, really have to be strict with the time, as Asaf asked us. We really need to close the meeting after 1 hour on the dot because they will need the Zoom account. So time is precious today. This is why we will simply start, I believe. Fernando.
Yeah, so I will now be opening the breakout room so that you can start having a discussion in your mini groups. And if you have a question, just type or chat with us.
Are you grabbing them back?
Yes, they're on their way on our main room so that we can discuss on the videos that they have watched. There, we can already see some of them here now. There, that's good.
Lovely.
Great.
Great. Good to see you again.
Let's try to check. So given the limited time that we have, we will be having a very short sharing. So anyone from the group can be a representative to share what you have discussed about. And then after that, we will check what are the insights coming from the other teams also. And I guess the other teams are still on their way. Let me check on it. Yeah, we only have 2 teams who are still here. They are still discussing.
Force them.
Okay, they are here now. And they're back to our main room there.
And we were the last ones to locate the video, and we were the first ones to.
Yeah, there. Okay, so there you have it, the mini group discussion that you have in your specific teams. For now, we will be having our your sharing on what are your realizations regarding the video that you have watched. And let's start with the first group. Group one, I guess they are like actually 4 day. The group of Bushra, Lena, and Aiko, please do a sharing on what you have talked about.
Okay, who is going to share? You or me?
Maybe Bushra, can you say?
It's your,
Oh, me?
you're nominated by your team.
Okay, well, in our group, in our video, we have seen that teacher is mostly engaged with girls as compared to boys, and some boys are not showing any interest, like what teacher is delivering a lecture. So girls are really enjoy the lecture, but boys might be, they think that they are smarter than girls and they don't need any help, so they are not involved in them. But I think, in our opinion, teachers should uh, put some, competition, or make two groups like girls and boys, and show and tell them to participate equally, so they will get a reward. So, in competition, boys and girls are very excited to win. So teachers should involve some activities like this, so girls and boys both would be involved in them.
Could you please tell us, did you have the maths lesson or did you have the language lesson?
No, I have ICT class.
The video is the math, right?
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
So it was math. Okay.
I thought you were asking from me.
Oh, it's
So that was the math lesson. So
Yeah, it was
obviously
math.
the teacher, you did have the impression that during the math lesson, the teacher is helping the girls more than the boys.
Yeah, she was interested as compared to boys, and girls are more involved as compared to boys. Yeah.
Okay. Could we have group 2? You had the same video. Which impression did you have?
the group of Gita here. Gita, Mai, and Ola was going to be the representative of the group.
Just if you want to add
Well,
something.
Yeah, here's
Well, we saw the video that was in the maths class, and we felt that the teacher handled the students very well. And there wasn't any gender bias as such. And she was very fair. She was very fair. Am I audible?
yes, you are.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have some connectivity issue today, so my call drops at times. So.
I think that's very interesting that there were two groups and you had the same video, and one group thinks that the teacher was actually more in charge with the girls, so to say, helping them way more, and the other group does have the feeling that the teacher was quite fair. How do you think, to both groups, how did the children perceive the situation? So like Bushra, you already hinted at, like, maybe the boys do think that they know it all.
Yeah.
Would you have the feeling that the children thought this is appropriate, how they're being dealt with?
By seeing the children are enjoying. There is no difference between girls and boys, what they are thinking. But might be boys that teacher is not involving with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but in video it doesn't see anything unfair by watching the video.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, then here comes the gender bias. If I say that the body language of a male student, gives you that impression that he knows all, or he is not that interested in what's happening in the class. That's completely a kind of a look that they give. While girls seem to be ones who are very engrossed, they are much more, into the lesson. So they have that kind of a body language. Otherwise, the class did not actually, I couldn't see any such, difference there. It's just a notion that we have, that boys have that feel. I
Okay.
think so. I mean,
Is there any, if we keep that in mind, that maybe the girls were more into it and then the teacher tried harder to explain the things to the girls than to the boys, because the boys had the attitude, okay,
Yeah.
this I know it all. Would you then have a piece of advice to the teacher how to handle the bit?
Yes, why not? I mean, these situations happen in our classes also. There are a set of students sets of students who may not be, and there could be both boys and girls. We are a co-ed school, and we find there are many girls who are very tomboyish, and they do behave like boys many a times, and they're not very much into the. But then it's, as a teacher, I need to pull them out, and I need to give them specific questions to make sure that they get involved and they also answer. And that gives me a satisfaction that these children also heard me, and whatever I taught reached everybody. It didn't reach only a set of students who really paid attention, and it didn't reach the ones who were not into it. So I have to make that effort to pull them into the lesson and make sure I give them questions in such a way that they also answer.
Yeah.
I think.
What I admire a lot here is, Gita, that you were talking about also about girls who might come over tomboyish, which means that you are already thinking in a very individual way. So you're thinking about particular students, not is it the girls who are listening and the boys are behaving in a very strong way, but it's a particular students you are talking about, and I love that very much about what you said.
Thank you.
Aside from
Thank you.
the discussion of group one, I heard Lena that they were not able to concentrate on the number of boys and girls in the classroom, which I totally agree that at some point there might be an indicator on how girls respond because of the number of students in that classroom. Because
Mhm.
Yeah.
there are more girls in that classroom, it will add up to their sense of trust and confidence. And then there are lesser boys in that classroom. They might behave silently than the girls. So that is a good question that was raised by Lina a while ago during the discussion, which I find it interesting. We focus much on the teacher, on how she executes it, but we were not able to observe um, the physical aspects of the classroom, from the population to the distribution of the different activities to their seating arrangement as well. So there are so many things to be considered when it comes to this kind of aspects also.
Yeah. There's a number of girls more as compared to boys.
Yeah.
I have seen that.
Okay, and moving on to the next video coming from group 3 and 4. Any representative from group 3, the group of hands, who wanted to share about the video that they have watched?
Hello, am I
Hi.
audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
Right.
are.
Actually, we were not able to discuss at all in my group because I think my group mates were having a hard time finding the video, and then I
Oh.
tried to share the video, but then we ran out of time. So I would just like to share on behalf of the group, but just as a disclaimer that these are my personal ideas and not that of my groups because we weren't able to discuss it. So we had the group on language. So we saw there a teacher, most likely a preschool teacher, handling kids. And the topic was on, she was discussing a setting. It was a haunted house. And she was trying to simulate, the feeling with her students, how it would feel to be in a haunted house. So is the teacher fair? I would definitely say yes. I watched it twice, just really looking at the perspective of gender and trying to see if there were any gender biases. And I would say that there weren't any gender biases present in the video. In fact, I think the teacher handled the class in an exceptional manner, knowing that I think she's handling preschool kids, preschoolers, and I think it's a very crucial stage in a student's development. So as teachers, we have to be very careful not to reinforce any ideas of gender biases. So that was particularly tricky for her because the topic was, of course, she was talking about a haunted house and how it would feel to be in a haunted house. And we all know for a fact that feelings are usually associated with gender. We have that stereotype, right? For example, we always think we have this standing stereotype that boys are always stronger, are braver, while girls are a lot scared, they're shy, they're always the ones who are whiny, right? So I think it was so nice of the teacher not to label the kids based on how their reactions were when she was asking them to simulate, because she was asking them to how would you feel if you're in front of the house, and there was this one boy who ran away even before the girl did. So it was so nice of her not to say that, oh, why did you run away when you were a boy? That could have been a gender bias. But instead of doing that, she affirmed that little boy's action, and stating that fear is a universal feeling, whether you're a girl or a boy. Fear is something we all feel, so it doesn't matter. So I think that was a good demonstration of how a teacher would really model the kind of language, and at the same time the kind of feedback that she provides to her students in that particular situation, and knowing that those were kids of course don't have the power yet to question that teacher, because they were of course looking up to the teacher, and I think she was really setting up a good example for them.
Good. So as a continuation, let's try to hear from the group 4. So the group of Prayu. So any insights about the video? And there was silence. Okay, so who would want to be the representative of group 4? Alain, I
cannot hear you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Okay, I can share a bit from my perspective, because for me, at the beginning of the video, it already showed that the boys and the girls were sitting together. So I think that can be an indicator that shows the atmosphere of the class and how the students, feel comfortable sitting together. Okay, because some countries, especially in Thailand, we sometimes have the separation between girls and boys. But I kind of feel like she has done a really good job, putting them together without, the discrimination or something like that.
Yeah. And also just to add on with prior what she mentioned, like during the class when the teacher paired them up during the activity, she did not assign them according to gender. So she actually managed it very, very well, where she said that, get together with the person that is next to you. So the kids were able to choose who they want to go with. So there was no saying that boys will have to be with boys and girls will have to be with girls. So this is something that I think the teacher actually managed very well, where she promote the cooperation between the males and the females in the classroom. And at the same time, when the activity actually went on, when she gave feedback to the kids, she did not focus on one particular gender. She actually, the things that she said actually addresses one boy, and then she addressed the other guy, the girls as well. So there was no, she doesn't really cite to one particular gender, which we think, the three of us during our discussion, we thought that she did a very, very good job in handling the whole class as a whole. Yep.
Okay.
I want to add on something. I think it's also about the relationship with the students and the teachers, because there was one time when she was asking for the volunteer, and somehow like all the students were raising their hands. So I think the sense of engagement was pretty high. So it was not just about the gender stuff.
Yeah. So now that we have created our own idea and insights regarding the 2 videos that we have watched for our second group discussion, as much as we want to discuss more about this one, we're only given a 1 hour second group discussion for today. And please check on your emails for more updates regarding the activities that you need to accomplish. Please make sure that you're going to accomplish the second assignment. And the third assignment will be sent to you via email. And if you have more questions about our Twin Space or how to access the different resources that we have, please email us and we will be responding to you right away. Renata?
Yeah, I would like to thank you for the contribution, and I would also like you to, I would like to encourage you to have a look at all the contribution on the TwinSpace pages, because they are they're beautiful, they're very personal, and they are very diverse, and it actually can make your day when you like click through it and have a look. So a really huge thank you to all of you who have handed in something. Please also feel free to add your thoughts. So there is this chat possibility. Please add if you want to say something nice or a bit of another thought. This is something that will actually bring us further in our thinking, and also for today, because we're so strict on time today, also on behalf of ASAP. So we're sorry for that. The videos are there, have a look at them, watch them, and if you feel like you need to have a longer chat or to add something, also beneath the videos, there is the possibility, there's the thread, and you could simply add your thoughts that might be very valuable to all of us, to the whole group, and maybe also for a further personal thinking and digging deeper into how we personally deal with the question of gender.
Yeah. So that concludes our short but very meaningful second group discussion. And we hope for your continued participation on the upcoming activities that we will have for our collaboration. And for the third assignment, it will be very personalized. You're going to know more, or you're going to discuss more about your own culture and country, which I guess we can learn from each other, because this is the main purpose of the collaboration that we have. Allow intercultural communication and discussion when it comes to topics related to gender and equality. So with that, have a great day ahead, and thank you so much for joining our second group discussion. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.